In a world where statistics mean everything, I'm here to tell you guys a big milestone of mine. This is my 300th blog. Can we start to clap, please? 300 blogs in 6 years. I don't know if that's a good statistic. I don't know if that's a bad statistic. But I come to celebrate today and let you all know that the blog of them there.
Girl, you're pretty like lights in the city. Girl, I want you back it up for Babbzy. One drop. The waistline moving like evicted family. Back it up for Babbzy, girl, and one drop. Girl, drop, drop. Hey, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. Yes, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. Take it down to the ground, girl, drop, drop, drop. Take it drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. Drop down your body, girl, drop, drop, drop. Take it drop down your body, stick it and twerk, wiggle and work. Let the bumper go down until it grazes in the dirt.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Babbzy here, and like I said, celebration in order. Why? I'm at 300 video blogs on YouTube. 300 video blogs in 6 years would mean 50 blogs a year. Is that a good stat or bad? Because I know there's some people who have more than 300 blogs in 1 year. Well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but you know, I did retire twice and come back and get called back. I did have a depression meltdown and stop blogging. So I don't know if it's exactly 6 years, but we gonna work with that statistics because I'm not embarrassed of it. I'll come tell you about it. But before I get into the video, make sure you are following me on Instagram. My name over there is Strictly Babbzy. On Snapchat, I'm Strictly Babbzy. On Twitter, all my social media outlets, my name is Strictly Babbzy, except for Facebook. My name there is Babbzy at large. And if you want to know what's going on with me, you should download my app. It's called Babbzy Beyond Blogging. It's in the Google Play and in the iTunes Store. And you get a text anytime I go live on Facebook. When I'm here on YouTube, I'm going to be doing videos on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm live on Facebook Thursdays and Fridays. But if you're confused, just download the app. You'll get a text and you will never miss me. So, like I just said, I've been on YouTube for 6 years and this is my 300th video. So, you know, I don't really watch stats and all these things like other people do, but apparently these things are very important to the rest of the world. So I've come to tell you why stats and all these things really aren't important, because depending on what your path is and what you want to do in life, these kinds of things may mean nothing. So this video blog today is probably going to be more Carla than Babzimus Prime, so just bear with me. So like I said, 6 years of blogging. My 6-year mark was a couple of weeks ago. I have been between YouTube and between Facebook. Why? Because when I started blogging, to be honest, Facebook was way easier than YouTube was. YouTube was not user-friendly back in the day. It was very hard to upload videos. You couldn't upload videos longer than 10 minutes. You couldn't upload videos with more megs than, I couldn't remember the megs number, but you had a limited size. You couldn't upload an MOV formats back then, which is a Mac format, so you would have to convert the videos. It was just a lot of work back in those days, 6 years ago. Facebook was a lot better because on Facebook, basically, you could have discussions, groups, you know, it was a lot more user-friendly. Back then, YouTube didn't even really have all of that, you know, group discussion and all of that flexibility. But over the years, I've kind of bounced back in between, but I'm here to explain today why now I'm going to be on YouTube more frequently, but I will still be on Facebook every single day. So on Facebook, I can be very, very current. I get to basically put up stories as they happen, as soon as they happen. You know, on YouTube, there's going to always be a little bit of a delay. I have a lot going on, so really and truly, I can't just put up a video 5-10 minutes after something comes out, right? So that doesn't really work for the style of blogging that I am doing and I have been doing. But because I have a particular direction that I want to go right now, I'm going to be on YouTube much more frequently because there's something that I'm aiming towards, and you guys will all know about this very soon. I'm not going to really get into all of that right now, but I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, don't get sucked into these numbers games with people. A lot of the times fans or haters, you know, throw numbers at you because they're just trying to make you feel bad. They're trying to make you feel down. They're trying to always compare you to somebody else. No two people's journey is the same. No two two people are doing the same thing. So you can't compare, you know what I mean, Justin Bieber to Beyonce. That doesn't make any sense. So comparing a comedian to a blogger that talks about like serious content makes no sense, you know. And I, for one, face a lot of this every single day. You know, people always see me and they'll be like, you know, oh, Babbzy, this girl has more followers than you on Instagram. And I'll be like, oh, who's that? Oh, this girl, I followed her because she pussy fat. And I'll be like, okay, but what does she do? I ain't know she pussy fat. And I'm like, but what does she do though? Yeah, she has 439,000 Instagram followers. But besides her crutch being fat, what does she do? I ain't know. So it's like, you have to understand, in this kind of era that we live in, certain things are going to get more hype, but the hype means nothing. So to me, it's like you have 439,000 followers because your crutch is fat. What are you going to do with that? That doesn't make sense to me that somebody would even bring that topic up to me. You know, there are women in Barbados right now, and I found this hilarious. I didn't even know this, you know, that are Instagram celebrities because they are prostitutes and they sell pussy on Instagram. So they have thousands of followers and they're selling pussy. Like, to me, it's just like, that's just the times that we're in. And you need to understand that if you're doing something positive and constructive, it's going to be a different journey than if you're doing something slack and hype. And the thing is, that kind of stuff burns out really, really quickly. It's really, you know, consistency, quality, those kinds of things that last a lot longer. In my time, there have been so many bloggers that have flew past me and then burnt and crashed and whatever, and I'm still here. And I'm not watching them. I'm watching what it is I have to do. And for what you want to do, if you want to be on YouTube, if you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to be a person that's starting up a blog, everybody always asks me for advice. My advice is do what works for you. If you want to do a video every single day and you can handle that, then go for the YouTube, bro. But if you're someone like me who writes a lot, and I'm not a writer, but I write a lot. So if something happens, I reflect on it, and then I might put up a post, and then I might come back half the day later and see that it had like 968 shares based off of my interpretation of something. I'm not a writer. You know, I did do a book, and again, I had no publisher. I didn't know what I was doing. I put the book up. 2 days later, people are messaging me. They're like, your book is 9th on Amazon for its category. And yo, do you know what this means? And I'm like, no. Because I just put the book out about my skin. How I got it from looking all chaka chaka to like Blue Mountain Black. You know what I mean? But it was just my experience. And I just wrote about it. And it sold. And there's been things that I've done that have flopped so hard. But I've tried. And people will always discourage you. And they'll always be like, you know what? You're whack, you know. Oh, you know, so-and-so restaurant closed down because they ain't making the money. At least they tried. You sitting there collecting welfare. You can't listen to somebody who's doing nothing in life talk about what you're doing in life and failing, or what you're doing in life and progressing. That's not the right person to be having a conversation with. And a lot of us get caught up taking advice from people who are the wrong people to take advice from. All the time I talk about this. Like, you could be a mechanic. You're not fixing my car. You would probably not know what to do with my car. I have to take my car to BMW to get fixed because they deal with specialty vehicles. So I can't take advice from a regular Ricky Tick Joe mechanic about my car, because they probably have no clue how my car operates. So when you're doing your own thing, whether it's a blog, whether it's videos, whether it's, you know, online inspirational things, you can't take advice from somebody who's looking at somebody with a fat pussy. That's just the worst person to take advice from. Makes no sense. You know, I get bashed all the time. People are like, oh, your video last week only had this much thousands of views on YouTube. I'm going to tell you something. And I'm not saying this to really sound boasty, but I don't need YouTube views. When I started my video blogging, I made money from day one. I sold ad space on my videos, and I would literally sell ad space. I did 2 videos a week almost, and I would sell ad space for $50, and I could only hold 4 ads back then. So I was selling 8 ads a week at $50. So that was $400 a week that I was making. This is 6 years ago. I mean, I work for them kind of money they know. So I had to up the price because I was getting so much of a backlog of video of flyers for events that people wanted. I upped it to $100. When I upped it to $100, still didn't slow down. So basically then I was making $800 a week to add someone's flyer at the end of my video. So you could see then why I wasn't emceeing events no more, to stand up on a stage for 5 hours in the hot sun and get paid $200, because I was putting flyers at the end of a video and getting $800. So I raised the price again. Video drops. I was literally in panty and t-shirt, video drop, change my earrings, change my chain, next video drop, up the price to $250. Still doing 10 video drops a week. So why are you talking about my views on YouTube and how much views I have? Because I was still making money. I was still banking. My down payment for my Beamer came from blogging. So it's like, you're watching YouTubers, and YouTubers look really, really hype, and they look really, really fancy, and they get these awards, and they're always at these events. That's really to kind of draw you in, and there's nothing wrong with YouTube. But do you want to make money, or do you want to be hype? That's always what I've been preaching from day one. And for me, as I said, like, I went to an event in Grenada. The Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell, was there. And he's like, "Hi, Babbzy, don't blog about me on the video. I go behave myself today," and this and that. I'm not worried about who knows me. Like, I go places and people know who I am. And I don't have the strongest YouTube numbers. My Facebook numbers are strong. And people know who I am. A lot of my videos get taken down and then resent to people's phones all over the place. And people will see me and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I didn't even know how to find you. I got this video of you on my phone, on WhatsApp." And it's like, what are you focused on? Are you focused on getting out there, or are you focused on the hype? Like, you need to know what it is you want to do. And as I said, be yourself. I've always been myself. There's times I'm up here and I'm like, "Suck your raw soul care, you fucking cunt. Oh, you ain't in a good mood today." And I telling this buddy to skydive in the father's batty hole. And that's how I feel. And then there's some days I come up here and I'm just like, the sky is blue and the grass is green. And my hair straight and look goody. Like, that's just how I am. And that works. So when people see me, they know it's Babbzy. They know it's the real me. They know I'm not up here pretending to be somebody that I'm not. People know I can be ratchet, but people know I'm highly educated. I'm not pretending to be someone that I'm not. I didn't come from Beverly Hills. I came from a rat hole in Malvern. Shot a fire. Gunshot fly past my head. So when I'm telling you about how we got out of the hood and how things changed for our lives, I'm not hearing that story from somebody. Like, I'm telling you what I went through in the 80s. I'm telling you what I went through in the 90s. I'm telling you why now we are where we are. So just know that anything you do, there will be a buyer. There will be somebody that's willing to listen. There will be somebody that's interested. My skincare book, I did not think so much people would want to know how to get black marks off your face. For $3 will save your life. And the people that are writing to me from Africa, from Indonesia, that are like, "Yo, I bought your book. I bought the stuff that you use, and my skin looks perfect in like less than a month." And I didn't know why I was writing that book. I just wrote it. And Dear Babbzy, I didn't know what I was doing with Dear Babbzy. I just started to post the letters that people were sending me, and it grew. Babbzy After Dark, I didn't know what that was. People were just asking me, "Well, I can't get an erection when this and this happened." And I just posted that stuff, and it turned into a forum, and it turned into something big. And there's stuff that I've done that have flopped real hard. I can't remember what they are because I don't really flop anymore still. But the truth is, I have flopped a lot of times. And that's just what happens in life. Oprah has had issues in businesses. She's open. People will fail at things in life, but you can't know if you're going to fail unless you try. So for you that might be looking at YouTubers with millions of followers and, Facebook pages with thousands of followers, just know that your page may have 1,000, but you might be touching 999 of those people, where somebody with 5 million followers might be changing 0.5 people's lives. So don't get caught up in this whole numbers thing. Figure out what it is you want to do with your social media, with your Facebook, with your YouTube, and understand how those platforms will work for you. I don't regret the choice that I made. I think that going the Facebook way for me worked tremendously. I know there are a lot of people who YouTube worked for them tremendously, but for what's going on with YouTube now and changes in how, videos are being promoted and how people are getting paid, people who only leverage YouTube are now caught trying to figure out a new solution where Facebook's kind of just been running the same way Facebook's been running. So just figure out, do some research, find what works for you. And the only thing that I can say is just be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else. I can't stress that enough, Just be yourself. And it will come through and people will, like you or they won't like you. There are people that just despise my soul. I know it's because my hair is nice, right? This is some shiny black hair. And there's people who have a problem with the fact that I wear weave. There's comments every single week. Look in my comments. You are a black woman, you bitch, wearing straight hair. How do you have a Rasta man and your hair is permed? And it's like, where the fuck was you when I was going natural for 4 years and I was edgeless Joe? I was gappy ranks. I couldn't even get an afro. Where was you then? Why didn't you come and bring your little Obia rub to come and give me back some edges? But you want to come and talk because my hair is perm now. Again, somebody who's going to make a decision about a person based on their hair type, I don't even want a conversation with you. Go troll somebody else. Go bother the hair gods and them. I'm not interested in that. People will hate you. People will like you. But ignore them. I am so much more happier right now that I don't listen to YouTube negative comments, Facebook negative comments no more. That was my New Year's resolution. And honestly, I've lost 5 pounds from that. Because these fucking rascal trolls always talking cunt. I'm just like, let me drink this water, hit the treadmill, fuck you. But really and truly, just stay focused. And whatever it is you want to do, again, be yourself. Figure out your own strategy. Do research. Don't talk to Raka Taka Taka on the street corner, butting a spliff and talking about ISIS. He may not be the best person to talk about YouTube and Facebook and blogs and stuff like that. And don't get into a habit of trying to replicate people. I've seen so many videos that people are trying to do what I'm me. Like, it's obvious they're imitating me. And I'm like, you can't get Babbzy do. I just drop any beard and go bland and swing out, go bland and come. Like, don't try to be me. You'll get confused doing that. Anyhow, thank you so much for following me, all of you. Socially conscious. I have to big you up. My God. Socially conscious is my security on YouTube. My God. She does check out everybody. That's my cyber BFF. Socially conscious on YouTube. Go and read her comments. She does manhandle the people, boy. One day I gotta meet you, socially conscious, because trust me, every comment, everything you say, I feel the support. And people don't know, like, I remember every single positive thing that's ever happened, from going to New York and having to MC with Tragic the first time, and I walk up and I'm like, yeah, leveling the mic, and Tragic's like, you know how to use a mixer? And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, go, blah, let me go, Scruffy. Rap, rap, rap. And I start going in the Stabby and the Lil Rick, and me and Tragic been like that from that day. I got threatened to be shot and killed at Labor Day Parade. That's how I met Wee Fresh, Pitt the Marine, and Billy Vibes. And that whole parade, they walk with me. They're like, man, go blind. Ain't nobody can shoot you about here. Nobody can shoot you with we here. You know what I mean? There's Beige and Peaches, who I knew way before video blogging. Shared my videos for me. Put in so much work for me. I don't forget these people. I don't forget nobody. Like, I know every single person. Nisi Duncan, first security guard on my fan page. Raleigh Rawl in Trinidad, who basically took security guarding on Facebook to the next level. Like, these people, I never even knew them. Amit Sankar, run in and save me. When people are like, you're transvestite, you're this and that, they're battling off these people. So it's like, I know every single person. Bionic Dion, I know everyone. And I think that's kind of why my blog is the way that it is, because I make sure that I connect with people. I met Delaware Vibes for the first time in Wilmington over the weekend. He's been probably my first follower. Just met him. And I knew who he was right away. As soon as I saw him. It's like Kizzy InStyle in Germany and Claudia Rattigan, Kiki Linton. I know every single one of my followers. So just know that if I had 10 million followers, I may not be able to be personal with everybody. For what I do and for Dear Babbzy and for giving back to people and stuff like that, when I have a close connection with people, it makes life a lot easier. Wayne Hoyt in Barbados that does the collections. Trust me, like, there's so much people. I don't even like to call names because I'll forget someone and they'll be like, Babbzy, I saw your video and you didn't even call my name. But trust me, just stay focused and do your thing. And I know I feel like I'm getting emotional right now, so I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for following me. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.
Girl, you're pretty like lights in the city. Girl, I want you back it up for Babbzy. One drop. Your waistline moving like evicted family. Back it up for Babbzy, girl, and one drop. Girl, drop. Hey, drop down your body, girl, drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, girl, drop. Yes, drop down your body, girl, drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, girl, drop. I tell you